Time for another edition of Bet Rome with BetOnline and Big Head. Now, we did start this feature recently, and it's brought to you by our pals at BetOnline. James Kelley and I will be getting down twice a week, generally Monday and Thursday, but because we were off yesterday, we're doing it today and Thursday of this week, and then we fall into our normal routine starting next week when we do it on Monday and Thursday. So let me bring him in right now. Head. What's going on, Head? How you living? And how did the first week of college football treat you? Because normally we get busted up, don't we?
Like complete and utter ass, Jim. I think I had a better weekend than Hoodie, but outside of that, horrible. Friday night, fantastic. Georgia Tech. After that,
serial ass.
That part, terrible.
We did take Georgia Tech. In fact, I feel almost like a traitor because, again, our son and our money go to Colorado, but we took Georgia Tech. And it's a damn good thing we did, right?
Oh, boy. Outside of that, maybe one or two other wins, but just a whole lot of ass, man.
It's tough, man.
Not
How do you
good.
know? How do you know? How do you know? We know this going in every single year. All right, so that said, why don't we talk some NFL? Let's hit some NFL futures. Why don't we start with the MVP? All right, we'll get to the divisional winners, but with the MVP. All the usual suspects are out there. Let's check the BetOnline page, see some of the numbers, and decide who we're going with. What do you see there that you like? Are you going chalk? Are you going value? What are you doing there?
No chalk right here. I'll take the second choice instead of the favorite. I'll take Joe Burrow. Plus 550. It turns out he's getting better at the game of football. His 70.6 completion percentage was the highest of his career. I think he's going to be even better this season. I love that plus 550. I want to take one shot here too, Jim. It's between two people, Brock Purdy or Baker Mayfield. I'm going to go with Brock just because he plays in a better division, and I think they'll hold it against Baker, but I think Baker's going to be fantastic this season for Tampa Bay.
My man Baker's going to have a great year this year, and of course you took Brock because you're a homer. Family. Frisco, yo. Hey, I'm
he still
with you,
plays
though.
for Kyle. Yep.
That's it. I'm with you, though. Joe Burrow. I agree with Burrow. I agree with Burrow when Burrow says nobody is playing the position better than he is right now. He's got Jamar Chase. He's got T. Higgins under contract. He's got supreme confidence. And given that garbage defense that he has, you know the guy's going to have to throw the hell out of it every single game, just like he did last year, to keep them in the hunt. The hell if this guy is going to waste another year of his prime. I'm taking Joe Cool. No one is playing better, and this dude's sense of urgency is going to be off the charts. It's got to be. There's no way he wastes another year of his career. It's not like he's wasting it. They're wasting it. All right, so you and I are on the same page. I'm going to take, if I have to take a shot like you did, I'm going to go Baker. Plus 2,500. So those two. All right, let's hit the divisional winners, Head, starting with the AFC East. Let's check the BetOnline page for the numbers. Can you make an argument for anybody other than Buffalo here?
Not if Josh Allen, Jim, stays healthy. I cannot. These guys are all in. The offense is balanced now. The question is that defense in January. Can they make a few stops or not? That's when they need two or three of these rookies and Joey Bosa to be the difference for them. But in the AFC East, no way. I think the interesting argument is who takes second out of the other three remaining teams. But Bills are the team to take here. And I'm actually going to take them with the Eagles and, get a little parlay action here on the BetOnline website for plus 120 to make it plus money here. So I'm going to parlay these two teams.
I like that. I know you, Head. You're not just going to play minus 300. You're not doing that.
No, we're not doing that.
No way you're doing that. All right, so it seems to me, Buffalo, they obviously need to do a hell of a lot better than winning their sixth divisional title in a row. To me, they are Super Bowl or bust, or you make changes. This is the year. Yes, the Pats will be much better. Yes, the Jets might be improved, but neither one are a threat to the Bills. The question is, are the Bills a threat to anybody other than themselves late in the year, or Baltimore, or Kansas City, or Denver, or Cincinnati, or anybody else who thinks they've got a legitimate look at coming out of the AFC. But in terms of the AFC East title, means absolutely nothing, but obviously they're the ones to beat. I like your play. I like the parlay. You got to do something. You're not playing them straight up at minus 300. All right, what about the AFC North? Still a badass division. And I'm sure that when we pull up the BetOnline numbers, we will see the Ravens once again as the ones to beat. What are the numbers? And are you going to do something there similar to what you just did? Or are you going to pick somebody else in this division?
So, by the way, BetOnline has amazing parlays, and I'm going to basically parlay every single division, but not here, Jim. I'm actually going to not take Cincinnati either.
What?
I'm going to take Pittsburgh
What?
at plus 500. Yes. DC, Terrell Austin might be my next Brandon Stokely if he doesn't get his defense to play to their elite level. They should stop the run, rush.
Or Staley.
Staley, Brandon Staley. If he gets, if Terrell Austin does Staley, these guys don't compete. What? But if he gets them to play up to their talent, they could be the best in the NFL. Pittsburgh's defense is that good. They can stop the run. They can get off to the passer, and they can make plays on the back end. I love these guys on offense. Aaron and Arthur have enough pieces around them to put points on the board. We got 2 running backs. We got DK, and we got some good tight ends. The biggest question here in Pittsburgh is Broderick Jones. He's the wild card. He's been terrible as a right tackle, and now he's got Aaron's back. So that's a big question in Pittsburgh, but I like the value there. Plus 500 for Pittsburgh to win the North. Be real.
You like the value or you like the team?
I like them both, man. I like Pittsburgh this year. Austin scares the hell out of me. They should have kept Flores there. Had he still been there, love the pick. But, dude, Pittsburgh's got a good roster. They're making the most of what they have in their quarterback situation, and I love Aaron here. He's now, 2 years removed from his injury? Love it.
All right, so I would say the same thing about the Ravens that I said the Bills, right? Easy to pick them to win the division. That's no brainer, but nobody cares about that, especially if Lamar Jackson is an early out once again in the postseason. Great player, future Hall of Famer. Certainly not all of his fault that he's 2-5 in the postseason, but the rap does exist. He can't win the big one, or hasn't won the big one. But the rap is going to stay until the guy finds a way to get it done when it matters most. This dude has to have at least a run to the Super Bowl in the worst way possible if he's going to reverse that narrative. So absolutely, they will win the AFC North. But no, it's not going to mean jack if they don't at least get to the Super Bowl. So I'm like you. I'm going to parlay them with somebody else. You know who I'm going to parlay them with? Not that this is a giant reach, but the Texans. The Texans. I don't know what that's going to pay, but I'll do that.
They got it on BetOnline. Yep, they got it up there.
All right, so how about that AFC South? Seems pretty obvious where I'm going. I just kind of hinted at it, but I need to hear where you are going. What are the BetOnline numbers for that division? Who are you going to ride with?
Yeah, it's another no-brainer for me. Houston for sure, like that. Don't like the plus 100. That's fine. That's Buffalo's way worse than that. Elite defense, that should be able to carry them to this division title. Questions on offense, new OC. The O-line needs to come together. I don't know who will be the running back start week 1 off, but by the end of the season, I really like them in the playoffs. It's not going
to be, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. I'm hoping Nick Chubb could bounce back because if he can, watch the hell out. This could be a really good offense there. But because of those numbers, I'm going to go back to the parlay board here. I'm going to take Houston, Kansas City, and Tampa Bay, Jim, and get plus 610 value.
Let's go.
I'm riding all 3 of them out there. Look at that number. That's a good number.
Yeah, that's a good
number.
Those
are pretty good picks.
I like that. Yeah. By the way, I'll be stealing that. That. That's not what I plan to do, but I didn't know that existed as such. I love that number. Their section on their website was my favorite. I spent like 4 hours looking at all these options on these things, We've spent a lot of time on a lot of sites. Yeah, are you digging the BetOnline site?
I love it. And they gave me all the options I wanted. I'm like, man, I might go 4, but 3's a little stupid and risky, but I like these 3 picks here.
It's 610. Let's do it. I mean, while the rest of the teams in that division are blowing it up, my man, Nick the Clone, Nick Casario picks his spots, and continuity there is definitely a strength. Not saying that they don't have some concerns, which you addressed. I'm saying that I've got no concern and saying that they'll rip that division for the 3rd year in a row, and I'm going to just piggyback yours. I love that parlay, that 3-way parlay. All right, let's go to the AFC West. Now, this is really interesting. One of the competitive divisions. We both kind of gave up our pick right there, but the Chiefs seem like they're getting more and more vulnerable. Is this the year somebody finally runs them down? Let's look at the BetOnline numbers, decide how to play it, see where the value is. What do you like?
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves Denver. I mean, they are the darling right now
Myself
of
included.
picks.
I love them.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have a couple questions. Overall, the roster's better. I think the big question in Denver is, can they match the effort they did last year? And if they do that with better talent, they're in this race for sure. And Bo Nix, does he take another step there?
Why would they not match that? You got Sean Payton, man, right? Just
I know
riding them.
it makes sense.
You really think they might get complacent coming off a year where they seemingly overachieved?
It happens a lot, right? To sustain back-to-back effort years with less talent, when you have more talent, it's really, really hard to do. If anybody could do it, like you said, Sean probably can do that. I still don't think it's enough to beat Kansas City, though. I think Kerm's offense is going to be back in the NFL's elite this season. Xavier Worthy's in year two.
Not Alvy. Alvy doesn't. Alvy went
outside of Alvy.
Under 690 for Travis Kelce for yardage.
Oh, jeez.
How about that?
Well, he might, because if Rashid comes back after week 6, Xavier Worthy's their number 1 target right now. Pacheco, he's healthy, whatever his name is, Isaiah. Marion Barbarian. Pacheco. Marion Barbarian Jr.
Pacheco.
Hollywood. Yeah, Pacheco. That guy. The guy runs like a maniac.
No, we're talking about the same guy.
Yeah, I just don't know his name.
Never heard you butcher an easy name that badly. Pacheco.
That is not an easy name. That's a hard name.
Pacheco?
Hollywood Brown's easy. I got that one.
Can you say Kelley?
James Kelley.
Way to go, dude. Way to nail it. You nailed that, dude. Way to nail your name. All right, anyway, Pacheco is an option for sure.
Pacheco. Yep. Mitch Trubisky, too. Yep.
Trubisky.
So, they're part of my Texans parlay right there. Plus 610. Great value. Love that one.
All right, I do like that, too. I'm not picking against the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid until somebody actually comes and rips it from them. But I do think they're definitely more vulnerable than they've been in the past. Yes, they've got a big chip on their shoulder after getting blasted in the Super Bowl. Yes, Mahomes and Travis Kelce are rededicating themselves, and they have improved the offensive line to a certain extent, and they still have Spags dialing up the D. So for all those reasons, I'm going to say KC, but I am one of those people that believes in Sean Payton and Bo Nix, and I think the Broncos are coming fast. That's who I would be most concerned about if I were the Chiefs. The Broncos over the Chargers, and I think the Raiders are interesting as hell. I think they're fun, but they're not a real threat at this point. All right, let's go to the NFC East. Really curious to see what BetOnline says about the Eagles and the Commanders and what the Micah Parsons trade did at the Dallas Cowboys number. What's it say, Head? Where are you going here?
Philadelphia is obviously favored at minus 145. Washington's your second choice at plus 200. Dallas has now fallen to plus 700. It's been over 20 years since we've had a repeat champion in the East, I believe. So can somebody do it?
That really is wild, isn't it?
It's very wild.
Great division, but that's wild.
I know, but with Snyder and Jerry Jones, I don't know. It's weird to me.
All right,
yeah.
Fair.
I was going to take Dallas pre-Micah, actually, and take a shot on those guys, but now I can't do that because of the trade. I think Washington takes a step back, too. They got more talent, yes, but I think they got fat on beating ass quarterback play last season. Fat. So I'm going to Philadelphia and Buffalo together to get that plus money. That's the best way to play this game.
How much are you get for
plus that? 1. There we go. There we go. Plus 120. Yep. Buffalo.
You're going to sweat that one, huh?
Yeah, I'm really going to sweat that one.
That'll keep you up at night, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're right, though. We got to parlay because we're not going to make any money at all. I don't see Philadelphia repeating as world champions. I don't. But I do see them repeating as divisional champs. Like, I agree with you. I really like the Commanders, but I can't see them replicating or duplicating what they did. So I'm going to take Philadelphia, and I'm going to parlay them to, well, I got to be honest, I haven't thought about it. Oh, I got it.
Add Houston. Yeah. You got it?
I'll add Houston. Can I just keep adding Houston to the package of every parlay? All right.
You can on BetOnline. Absolutely, you can.
I love them. All right, so quickly, what about the NFC North? Maybe the league's most interesting and competitive division. What does BetOnline say here? And what are you playing here? Love this division. Love it.
Micah Parsons, Green Bay Packers are now your favorite right here. Pressure's on Jordan Love and Matt LaFleur to win today, but I'm going to take the Lions here. I don't think their story's done with. Brad Holmes, my guy. I love you too, Nick, in Houston, but I also love Brad Holmes. He had another exceptional draft. He added more meat. I love meat. He added weapons. They're the second choice, but I'm going to I'll talk about it in a little bit, but I like Detroit here. I'm going to parlay them with another team. We'll get to that in a second or two.
All right, so I like Detroit. I love Brad Holmes. I don't think Nick Caserio has any issue with us saying that we like one of his counterparts. I guarantee Nick would say the same thing about Brad. I love him. The one thing I'm not sure how he did in replacing the two coordinators that he lost. I'm concerned about that. Aiden Hutchinson is back. I'm not concerned about that. Well, I would be if I were an opposing team. I like them. I'll tell you what, I'm betting that Jordan Love's going to stay healthy. I'm going to go with the Packers, plus 160. And you're right, there's a lot of pressure on him. There's a lot of pressure on Matty. They got to stay healthy. All of a sudden, now all eyes are on the Packers because what they did with Micah, and then we got to hope that Micah comes together pretty quickly because he practiced yesterday. He's going to need an epidural. He's obviously not right, but man, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's going to be ready to roll. And what they did is so out of character. So there's a lot of pressure there. And I think Chicago's really interesting at plus 650, but not yet ready to win. So I'm going to take the Packers straight up, plus 160. Nice. I'm not retiring on that, but I'll do that. All right, let's go to the NFC South. If the NFC North is one of the league's most competitive, interesting divisions, then the South is the opposite of that. Show me the BetOnline numbers. Lorne, where are you going here, Head?
Yeah, Tampa Bay with Kansas City and Houston. Tampa Bay's the easy choice here. I was a little worried with Tristan Wirfs and his injury, but it looks like he might even play like week 1 or week 2. That's fantastic news for Baker Mayfield. This offense was 3rd in the NFL in passing last season, 4th in scoring. They added a star wideout from Ohio State. They might be, the leading offense by the end of the season in the NFL because of their schedule and who they play in the South.
Maybe a Super Bowl contender.
Yeah, they're going to win the South, so they're in it, right? And I guarantee you they learned from last season's meltdown in Washington, so they're right in there. And this offense is going to be even better. He did lose back-to-back seasons with OCs, but again, he's done it forever, so I still think Baker will ball out.
Has Baker ever had the same OC twice in his whole life?
Probably not. Probably not since Lincoln.
He adapts to absolutely anything and everything. So you've got your parlay right there. I'm going to do what I've done for years. I'm going to ride with Baker. Baker. They've won that division 4 years in a row. He's playing his best ball in years. Neither the Falcons or the Panthers are going to pose any legitimate threat. That is Baker's team right now. All eyes on him, just the way he likes it. He's got good talent around him. I'm going to play that same parlay that we've played. All right, got to know about this. NFC West. I know you're obsessed with all things Shanahan, the Rat, the Lobster. The family exhibits both characteristics. They're like a mixed breed. Part rat, part lobster. You got to respect that. Who are you riding with? Are you going to ride with them? What's the number say? Oh, no.
Right there.
Come on with that.
Yeah. San Francisco's favorite. Yes. Wow. Well, so I might talk about them later here, this segment. But because I see that value right there, Los Angeles Rams.
Way over in this segment. Talk about it.
I'll hurry up. I'll make it fast. Detroit. I said Detroit earlier. I'm actually going to parlay Detroit and Los Angeles and get plus 755 to win the both divisions right there. That's what I'm going to do.
That's genius, actually.
That's big money.
That is awesome value.
Yeah.
Awesome value. All right, you don't have to clip it that quickly. So obviously you got the Rams winning this division.
Yeah, I do. They got the best quarterback in the division. They got the second best coach. Give them credit for that, Sean McVay. Their young core is coming back. They're going to be better.
What did you just say?
Poona Ford.
What did you just say? They have the second best coach in this division?
Correct. That's accurate.
Hey,
yes.
Frisco fan, that is just bullcrap. That is not accurate. That is not accurate. Dude,
get ready, fantasy.
Hey, Frisco fan, that's just not accurate. Like Kyle's fine. Kyle's fine. He's not better than Sean. He's not better than Sean McVay. You know what I would love? You know it'd be great, bro. You know it'd be great. Mm-hmm. It'd be great to have the Athletic to do one of those surveys where they have a bunch of people around the NFL that are anonymous. Who would you rather have, Kyle or Sean McVay? I'm guaranteeing they'd rather have Sean McVay.
Because he made the playoffs last year, they're going to give him a little bit more love. They said he was maybe a better offensive play caller.
Because he won a ring, and he's been to another Super Bowl. And, one more thing, because he's better.
No, he had Jimmy Garoppolo, man, and
higher
Brock Purdy.
winning percentage.
Yeah. Give Kyle a top 10 quarterback, and he'd have a dynasty. That's all I got to say.
He was the one that gave up 3 first-rounders for Trey Lance. How brilliant can he be?
I've always contested they're terrible at evaluating talent. If they had Nick Caserio or Brad Holmes, Super Bowl champions, man.
He's the one calling the shots, dude.
Like his old man. It's their weakness.
All right, so my thing is it comes down to Matthew Stafford's health, right? Turn the keys over to Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's going to get either Devontae Adams or Puka Nacua or both killed with some kind of hospital ball.
I mean, Kyle did bring Jimmy to the Super Bowl, but yeah, I agree with you with Sean here.
No, you don't. You think that Kyle's better. What do you mean you agree with me with Sean? That's not what you said, Frisco fan.
The season will fall apart if Jimmy Garoppolo is the quarterback for Los Angeles. Kyle could carry him probably to the Super Bowl, but I do agree the season would fall apart here for the Rams.
I'm not saying that Kyle's not a brilliant offensive mind. I'm not saying that he's not a great coach. I'm not saying that he would last 5 seconds on the market. I'm saying if given the choice between the two of them, I'm taking Sean McVay all day long. He has no rat or lobster tendencies, man, at all. All right, so, wow, man, that was a big, fat segment. Did we get to everything we wanted to get to? In the
we need to get to Super Bowl. We need to get our Super Bowl picks. I'll make it quick,
Super Bowl pick, and then we're done. Okay. Here are the BetOnline Super Bowl futures. Who you like?
I always hedge with one, and I have to go do it with the team at the top of the board right there. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills at plus 600. I think that this is their year.
Josh Allen, Jim.
That is my hedge. My long shot, my second long shot, plus 1,800 in the San Francisco 49ers.
No way.
No way, right? Going out on a limb right here. All this talk about their wideouts, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. Shanahan's got Brock. He's got George. He's got Christian. He's got Ricky Purcell, who I absolutely love. And then Ayuk and those guys will be coming back. The defense will be good. There's some young guys, but they'll be good by the end of the year. My long shot.
Did you say
plus
Ricky
33.
Purcell?
Whatever the dude's name is, the guy that shot. He's a stud. What's his name?
Pearsall.
Pearsall.
The poor man got shot. Can you get his name right?
Great football player, though. Great football player.
I love what's-his-face who got shot. Great football player.
Purcell? I don't know. Yeah.
Wow, bro.
Orvalowski?
You're like regressing. You're like regressing in your pronunciations.
These are tough names. Pacheco?
Pacheco is not a hard name, and Pearsall is not a hard name. This is not Ndamukong Suh. This is not Tua Tunga Vailea. This is...
Yeah, I'd mess that one up, too. I just call him Tua.
Right. I'm surprised you got that right. All right, so really quickly.
My long shot, though, the Texans, plus 3,300. Plus 3,300 right there, the Houston Texans. Like I said, defense to win it all right now. Everything's just got to be hot come January. Love that pick. Plus 3,300. I love that pick.
I'm going to hit that because, Nick the Clone. Plus 3,300. In fact, they're in town this week, aren't they? The Texans and the Rams.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They're underdogs.
I'm going to go. They are underdogs. Texans plus 3,300. That's my long shot. I'm going to take the Ravens, like now or never. I mean, you say the same about the Buffalo Bills, but Lamar especially, now or never. So I'm going to take Buffalo to win it all. Long shot, the Texans. And there you go, Head. Dang,
beautiful.
Dude. Didn't I tell you to tighten it up? That was 25 minutes. We're going to have to go a little tighter going forward.
I'm sorry.
Right?
I will. I promise I will. I wanted to get it all in.
That was our big buku blowout on the futures. All right. So I will see you on Thursday. You do not get 25 minutes of real estate then.
Okay.
But I'll see you then.
Yep. 20.
All right.
All right.
There it is.
Pacheco. All right.
Yeah, work on Pacheco. Practice that one.